Untimely rains. Rain that falls at times other than in the rainy season is called untimely rain, यानी अवकाळी पाऊस. In our country, we get rains only in a certain period of the year. In Maharashtra, it rains in the months of June, July, August and September. This period is called the monsoon or the rainy season. In Maharashtra, on some days before the start of the rainy season, the sky suddenly gets overcast. Means आभाळ आता है. There is lightning and thunder. It rains heavily for a short while. These are called pre-monsoon showers. यानी रेनी सीजन के पहले आने वाली बारिश. However, when it rains at other times besides the monsoon or pre-monsoon period, such rain is said to be untimely rain. Children, untimely rain comes without warning when we least expect it. People who have left their houses without umbrellas and raincoats have to run helter-skelter for shelter, or they have to get soaked in the rain. Let us now discuss damage created by untimely rain. Due to untimely rains, fields get waterlogged. The crops may rot if it rains too much, which causes great damage and loss to the farmers. Often, a hailstorm accompanies with untimely rains. Severe hail causes injuries to people and animals. It shatters roof tiles. It can damage crops in fields and fruits in orchards. If mango trees are in blossom at that time, the blossoms may rot or fall off. This leads to a fall in mango production. Children, hailstorm means garpit. When it occurs, it causes a lot of damage to crops. Right? As you can see here in the picture. And if the mango tree is in blossom, जब mango tree पे फूलों का मोहर आता है, if at times it is struck by hailstorm, the blossom may rot or fall off. सारा मोहर गिर जाता है, जिसकी वजह से मैंगो के प्रोडक्शन में कमी हो जाती है. Right? Let us move to the next disaster, that is floods. If it rains heavily during the rains, the level of water in the river rises. This is called a flood. Sometimes during the monsoons, it rains heavily and continuously for 3 or 4 days. The rainwater does not drain away. This causes the level of water in a river to rise. That is, the river gets flooded. If it does not stop raining, settlements on its banks can also get flooded. Children, let us see damages created by flood. Mud houses collapse during a flood. People and animals may die due to drowning. Flooding of settlements causes problems in everyday life. At such times, we should go to a safe place at a height and come back only when the flood waters recede. यानी जब पानी कम होगा तभी हमें वापस अपनी जगह पे आना चाहिए. तब तक हमें एक सुरक्षित जगह पे जाना चाहिए, रहना चाहिए. The current of flood waters is very strong. It is dangerous to swim in flood waters. We should never swim in flood waters. let us learn about another natural disaster, that is earthquake. Some movements in the bowels of the earth give rise to waves. This is called an earthquake. Children, sometimes the rocks in the bowels of the earth move. As a result, waves are produced in the layers of rock. If a stone is thrown into a pool of still water, we see circular ripples around it. They move to the edges of the pool. After some time, the waves settle and the water becomes still as before. Exactly, the same kind of waves are produced inside the earth. For a few seconds, the ground shakes. That is the earthquake. Then everything quietens down again. Children, let us discuss damages created by earthquake. Where the earthquake occurs, buildings are shaken. Houses that are not strong enough simply collapse into heaps. People get trapped under the heaps and get injured or even lose their life. When an earthquake occurs, one should not panic. हमें घबराना नहीं चाहिए. It lasts only few seconds. During that time, heavy things around us can fall on us. This can cause harm. So, as soon as we feel the earthquake, we should go under a strong bed or table or stand under a door frame. This can prevent injuries from falling objects. Dear children, let us move to another natural disaster, that is tsunami. You must have heard the word. When an earthquake has its starting point in the sea, it gives rise to gigantic waves. They are called tsunamis. If the origin of the earthquake is in the sea, it produces gigantic waves. Each wave is the height of a 3 or 4 storied building. These waves come with tremendous force towards the coast and crush into the land. These waves are called tsunamis. Children, if there are people living on the coast where a tsunami occurs, it causes much devastation and destruction. Let us discuss the damages created by tsunami. People or animals who come in the way of these waves are completely helpless. They drown or die. A tsunami comes with so much force that vehicles on the coast, along with the people in them, get thrown away to quite a distance. Vehicles are crushed. People inside get injured or die. The tsunami can also shatter houses and shops on the coast. Therefore, in every city and district headquarters, there is a fixed drill to be followed. In case of a natural disaster, there are specially trained volunteers for that purpose. If necessary, soldiers of the army are also called to help. Children, we have completed the lesson here. Let us revise what we have studied in the lesson. We have studied about few natural disasters like untimely rain, hailstorm, flood, earthquake and tsunami. Dear children, you have to read the lesson thoroughly. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.